Am I the asshole? For going directly to my stepsister and telling her she can't have my Simba stuffy? When I was a baby, my dad bought me a Simba stuffy. My dad was really into The Lion King, and it was a movie he introduced to me real early and a movie we shared a love for. I used to dress as Simba for Halloween and had Simba cakes for years. Simba was my favorite toy and always made me think of my dad. He died when I was 8. My mom remarried less than a year later to Nick. Nick had a baby daughter when he and my mom got married. She doesn't see her mom, so we have lived together 100 of the time since mom and Nick got married. She is obsessed with me. I'm a little more mixed. She can be cute or sweet or whatever, but sometimes it gets on my nerves when we're called siblings and she will call Nick our dad, and correcting her usually comes with being scolded by my mom and Nick because they said she loves me and wants to connect us more, which I should appreciate. She also gets upset when I go to see my grandparents or my aunt or uncle and she's left behind. My grandparents and my aunt and uncle are my paternal family, so my stepsister isn't related to them and I don't want to bring her along because I barely get to see my family anyway. My mom has encouraged me before to bring her along and show she's my real sister. But I don't think of her that way, and I never have, even though I know she thinks of me as just her brother. I had to hide Simba away from everyone because of this, which has made me very resentful of all three, even though my stepsister is young and not really to blame. But I hate not seeing him every day. My mom and Nick think I was wrong to directly address my stepsister on this. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. Your stepsister has to learn that she can't have everything that she wants. But your mom and SD are the real a-holes. Take Simba to your dad's family for safekeeping, or guaranteed mom and SD will give Simba to your stepsister when you are not home. Not the asshole. This was yours, and it had sentimental value. You had every right not to share it. So if Nick had died yesterday, he would be okay with being erased from his daughter's life when your mother moved on with another man? He'd be fine if any item he gave to his daughter that brought her comfort and helped her remember his love for her gets shared amongst other kids with no connection to him? They are blindly trying to create a perfect family for one child while ignoring what you need from them. Sorry, you're stuck with people who keep putting you last in the family dynamic. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. The stuffy is of sentimental and emotional value to you, and that is something your mom and Nick should accept. It is a piece of your dad. Your mom and Nick should first understand the concept of boundaries and also explain them to your stepsister. You were definitely not in the wrong to talk to your stepsister about this. Maybe she will understand that you can't have everything you want in life. Not the asshole. The fact that they have let this poor girl believe Nick is your dad is very unfair to you and her. Until my daughter had a blanket she called Booby. It was hers and her brothers never took it. One day my nephew came over and took it and she started to cry. He said with a smirk, she has to share. I ripped it out of his hands and said, not this, she doesn't, and don't take it again. Everyone is entitled to have stuff that's just theirs for whatever reason. Please take Simba to your grandparents or other paternal relatives and leave him there until your mom and her husband and his daughter don't have access to him. I'm sorry that they suck and don't have boundaries. NTA? Not the asshole, and your mother and stepfather are in for a world of pain dealing with the monster they are creating out of your stepsister. They are setting her up for so many disappointments by trying to sweep your family history under the rug. You will have experiences with your dad's family that will naturally exclude her. She isn't anyone to them. I am sorry for you both. Not the asshole. Why your mum doesn't get you want a special keepsake from your dad, not Nick, is beyond me. It's something you might want to pass on to your own kids one day if you decide. Let's look at the red flags your mom is showing. 1. Your dad died and she moved on to marry someone else within a year. 2. She encourages you to consider her your real sister and therefore is trying to state Nick as your real dad, erasing your father. 3. You get scolded when you correct your stepsis. I wouldn't be shocked if she was having an affair with Nick before your dad died. Not the asshole. Your stepsister doesn't remember her family being different from what it is, but you have memories of your dad, and it sounds like you didn't even have time to grieve properly before a new dad was forced on you. If you haven't already, try talking to your mum about how you are feeling, and if you haven't were just ignored, try talking to your paternal family members. You have every right to feel the way you do, and every right not to share something that has sentimental value. Hope things get better for you, kid. Not the asshole. Take Simba to your grandparents for safekeeping. Take a picture and put it on your shelf. Every time Mom or Nick try to push anything on you about your sister, tell them she's not my sister, and the more you push it the more I'll say, until she is old enough to understand. They need to understand that just because Mom chose a new husband, you didn't choose a new father or sister. I don't get it. We live in a very capitalist world. Someone with some spare neurons should just buy a bigger Simba stuffy for the stepsister, mandatory bigger, so she feels she gets a better deal. From your text I deduce your stepsister to be 9-10 tops. Not the asshole, and I would go even a step further than hiding it away. I would take it to your paternal grandparents' house and leave it there. As we have seen many times on Reddit, people go a little unhinged about things like this, and I would not put it past your mom to try and find the stuffy in your house and give it to your stepsister. Or worse, get rid of it. Not the asshole. I'm 40 and just replaced almost all of the stuffers that I lost to a whole step-parent, either throwing them away to be spiteful because in their deranged mind they think I slighted them, or them being destroyed by my half-sister and stepsister. Protect your baby at all costs. One of Stuffy's can't be found anywhere, but I did find his cousin. Take him to your grandparents' house. I'm afraid they will find him and give him to her. You're not the asshole. You need to remind your mother that you are not Nick's son, that by her trying to wipe your father out of your life, she is risking losing you for good. Your mother is the problem here, not your stepsister or your SF. How to make sure your child moves out and goes low contact ASAP. 101. Sorry you're dealing with these dick mom and stepdad. Not the asshole. I love how the 8-year-old child is more understanding about being told no than two grown adults. Not the asshole. Absolutely not the asshole. Hold on to your stuffy, you'll thank yourself when you still have it years later, trust me. Your stepsister will likely move on in no time and forget all about it. I hope you find a way to talk sense into your family, who are being very unreasonable about it. Not the asshole. Can you leave Simba with a trusted family member on your father's side? I just feel like this is going to escalate. Let's not forget this girl is at least 8 years old. No should be good enough at that age. It's not like she's a toddler. She's been to school, has friends, and understands that some things are hers, but most stuff isn't. Good luck, OP. Lord, how are your mom and stepdad this incompetent? They can't find the word to say, sweetie, Simba is very special to OP. I know you want him, but we can't take other people's things just because we want them. I'm sure you wouldn't want someone to do that to you, either. You can't have Simba, but we can find another stuffy to put on your wish list for your birthday. Want to help me look right now? It's not hard at all, but they made you take it into your own hands by refusing to do it the right way. You were as gently and straightforwardly as anyone could. Not the asshole. Nta. By my math, your sister is 7 years old and can understand it is not hers. I assume she is used to you having to cave and give her stuff? Keep that stuffy hidden. Both parents should be on your side. Learning opportunity for her, and they need to stop taking the easy way out, which affects you. Are the blended 1-year marriage where everyone's needs come before the child who lost his parent. If I get $1 every time I read how the parents fuck up, I could fund a whole association on who to do it right. FFS. Not the asshole. Get Simba out of the house now. Take him to a grandparent. You are not the asshole, not the asshole, not the asshole. Explain your situation to you grandpies and ask them to keep the stuffy safe till you get out of college. Your mom sucks big time for not doing a better job of keeping your dad's memory alive for you.